Hello everyone, welcome back to online classes. Today I am going to discuss the synopsis of center of mass. What is center of mass? Is the point in a body where total mass appears to be concentrated is called center of mass. Center of mass of a system of particles can be calculated by using the formula xm is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m1 up to, if n particles are there, mn xn by m1 plus m2 up to mn. And if there are only two particles m1 and m2, then the sum of the moments around center of mass will be equal. So moment across left side and moment across right side will equal m1 d1 is equal to m2 d2. From this you will get d1 is equal to m2 d by m1 plus m2. Here d is equal to d1 plus d2. Similarly, position vector of a center of mass rcm bar is equal to xcm I cap plus ycm j cap plus zcm k cap. Velocity of center of mass is m1 v1 m1 bar plus m2 v2 bar by m1 plus m2. acm m1 a1 bar plus m2 a2 bar by m1 plus m2. Now this is a special case. In this case what happens, a person is moving on a boat. Person is moving on a boat forward. He moves to a distance L. When person is on the boat, he is moving forward. Boat with person moves backward. Person moves forward, boat along with that person moves backward. So what is the distance moved by the boat is equal to m into L, where L is the distance travelled by the person divided by m plus m. Then shift in the center of mass. This is one of the important concept in center of mass. With model of a question they will ask. What they will do is, sometimes they will add mass. Suppose there is a system already. There is a system of particles or there is a regular body. For that we will add some mass. Then what is the center of mass? Center of mass, always you remember, it will be towards heavy mass side. Wherever heavy mass is there, that side center of mass will be there. So when you are adding, shift in the center of mass is equal to mass added into d. What is d? D is the distance of the center of mass of the added part by mass initial plus mass added. Removal of mass. Removal of mass means, you can see here there is a disc of radius capital. From the disc, a small disc of radius smaller is cut from one side. When you are cutting a small disc of radius smaller from a heavy disc of radius capital, then shift in center of mass. If you take this formula, mass is proportional to area here. Mass, you can write area of cross section into length into thickness. Area of cross section into length into thickness, if you write, area of cross section into thickness if you write, you will get this value. Next, d is equal to, here d is equal to capital minus smaller. The distance of center of mass, this center of mass will be here. Center of mass of first disc will be here. When you are removing this disc, center of mass shift here. It will shift back. Center of mass will always move towards the mass having less, mass having more mass side. Wherever more mass is there. Suppose among m1 and m2, if m2 is having more mass, center of mass will be closer to m2. If m1 is having more mass, center of mass will be closer to m1. So here you can take, when a disc is removed, from one side of the other disc, center of mass shift towards left side. That shift is equal to, why I am writing minus, because it is shifting towards back side. You can calculate this by only simple technique. You remove the mass. Suppose if you replace it, again center of mass shift to the original position. Based on that concept, you will get this formula. And next, sphere. Suppose there is a sphere of radius capital. From that sphere, from one end, there is a sphere of radius capital. From one end, I am removing another sphere of radius smaller. From one end, I am removing. So if you remove, what happens? Initially center of mass will be at center. After removal, it reaches here. Center of mass shifts. So that shift in the center of mass is r cube into capital R minus small r by capital R cube minus small r cube. Then methods to next one more thing is there are two discs of radius r1 and radius r2. Initially there was only one disc. For that disc I attached one more disc. That means I added the mass here. When I added the mass shift in the center of mass, we are going to get r2 square into r1 plus r2 by r2 square plus r1 square. How can you solve this problem? Initially you can take center of mass of one disc is here. After putting one more disc, you calculate the center of mass, then subtract, or otherwise you can use this formula. Mass added is area of the second disc, area of cross section into thickness, we will get volume. Okay, we will get volume into density, we will get mass. So mass added into d is the center of mass of the added part from the original center of mass. Original center of mass is here. Center of mass of the added part will be r1 plus r2, because initially you are having only one disc. Center of mass is here, 0, 0, you can take this here. If you add one more disc, this is the center of mass of the disc. Now what is the distance between these two? r1 plus r2 is the distance. So that's why D took it as r1 plus r2. Next, initial mass plus added mass. Initial mass is proportional to r1 square, added mass is equal to r2 square. You can see this formula. Mass added, mass is proportional to area here, because they are two similar discs, and area the mass of a disc can be written as mass of a disc is equal to area of cross section into thickness into density. Area of cross section is pi r square. Thickness is same thickness I am using. So therefore delta x, shift in the center of mass, is mass added is proportional to r2 square into distance. Distance is the distance of the center of mass of the added part. Here distance of the center of mass of the removed part from the original center of mass. Initially there will be some center of mass. You are removing a small part. The distance of the center of mass of the removed part from the original value, we call it as d here. That is the value of d. D here is capital R minus small r. Now similarly, methods to locate center of mass. How to locate center of mass? There are some methods to locate center of mass. First one is symmetry method. Symmetry method means all regular bodies, geometric center is its center of mass. For all regular bodies, you take any regular body, geometric center will be its center. You take for a disc, geometric center is the center of mass. Suppose if you take a rod, geometric center will be its center. If you take a square lamina, intersection of diagonals will be the center of mass. If you take a rectangle, center of the rectangle, intersection of diagonals is the center of the rectangle. Similarly, if you take a sphere, geometric center will be the center of mass. This decomposition method is, suppose there is a lamina given in the shape of a T-shaped lamina is given. If you want to locate center of mass, so what you can do, this you have to split up into two parts. Two rectangles you have to make. You have to divide this into two rectangles. You have to make up into two rectangles, and center of mass of this rectangle will lie at the center, 0, 0. Center of mass of this will lie at the center. Now these two you can replace with 2 point objects. The function of center of mass is only to replace a heavy body into a small point. Why? Because it is the point where total mass appears to be concentrated. So here I can take mass m1. This I can take it as origin here, 0, 0 I can take, and I can find center of mass. So this total body we are replacing with a small point, and then we can find the center of mass. So the function of center of mass, the use of center of mass in particles is only total mass we can consider as a one point where the geometric center lies. So this is the method of decomposition. Next, Pappus theorem says that for continuous distribution of masses, center of mass is equal to integral of x dm by integral of dm. An integration method. Suppose if mass is varying, if it is not continuous mass, suppose if mass of a body varies as m is equal to a into x plus bx square. Mass is varying, that means it is not regular body. What is having is mass is varying with distance x. Suppose there is a rod whose mass varies with x value. Mass is not a continuous, mass is not a constant here. M is equal to 10 kg. If I tell it is constant value. Mass if it is not constant, it is having some variation. What happens? M is equal to, suppose it is in function of x or function of y. When it is varying, we have to use the technique of integration. We have to use the technique of integration to find the masses. Suppose if three spheres of mass m are arranged such that the first mass arranged such that each one is touching the remaining two. Suppose if a question is asked, three identical spheres of mass m and radius r are arranged such that each sphere is touching the remaining two. That means this is the condition. Each sphere is touching the remaining two. Then find center of mass from the center of the one of the sphere. Suppose the question is asked like this. There are three identical spheres of mass m and radius small r. They are placed such a way that each one is touching the remaining two. Each one is touching the remaining two. Then find center of mass of the system. Find center of mass of the system from the center of the any one of the sphere. If that question is asked, what we have to do? This sphere is a regular body, center of mass of sphere lies here. This sphere is also a regular body, center of mass lies here. This sphere is also a regular body, center of mass lies here. So therefore this system I can convert into an equilateral triangle like this. This is an equilateral triangle. I can replace these spheres with a small point. That is the concept of center of mass. So here mass m lies, here also m lies, and here also one more m. Now distance of this between two masses will be equal, distance between their center of mass will be equal to 2r, because I told that they are radius r. This also 2r. This is also 2r. Now give the, from where you are calculating center of mass, first thing you have to remember is that you have to take it as 0, 0. You have to consider it as origin. Now this mass is present at 2r, 0 because it is present on x-axis. And at what distance this mass is present? That you can calculate. This mass is present at a distance of r from x-axis. From x-axis it is present at from y-axis it is present at a distance of r, so that I can take it as x quadrant. And next, at what distance it is present from x-axis, that is nothing but y quadrant. So this is r, this is 2r. You can find by using Pythagoras theorem, 2r whole square is equal to r square plus this you take it as y square. So 4r square is equal to r square plus y square. Y is equal to root 3r you will get. Root 3r. Then this point is r comma root 3r. Then calculate the center of mass. Center of mass xcm is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3 by m1 plus m2 plus m3. Like this you can calculate. Now this is m into 0 plus m into 2r, m into r, m into 0, m into 2r, m into 0, m into 2r plus m into r, m into r. Next similarly by 3m, then similarly you can calculate ycm. Ycm also you can calculate, then you can locate the center of mass. You can calculate ycm and you can locate the center of mass. Ycm is equal to ycm m1 into 0, m into 0 plus m into this also m into 0 plus m into root 3 r by 3m. Okay, this answer you will get it as 3r, 2r, m will get cancelled. 2r plus r, 3r by 3 r, xcm you will get xcm you will get it as r. YCM you will get it as root 3 by 3, m will get cancelled, root 3 by 3 is 1 by root 3 r. Okay, this is how you have to calculate center of mass. If they ask distance from center, you can calculate root of x square plus y square, x square plus y square. This is the condition. So this is how you have to solve center of mass problems. Okay, then you can start solving problems. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the WhatsApp group. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe my channel. If you have any comments, please write in the comment section. Thank you.